To do a quick tutorial of the kinematics, which is the study of motion, the Kinematics Concept Builders. When you log in, you're going to go to your account, and that should pop up which ones are due when. It won't. I can't pull that up because my account doesn't look like yours. But anyhow, somewhere down below, it'll have ones with due dates that are upcoming. So these due dates are going to be the 18th, 19th, and 20th. So you could do them all at once or by the 18th or once each day. Once you click on the concept builder, it'll take you to a page like this. And the first one is graph that motion. By the way, if you do need additional help, and your name should be in here, or your email should be in there, so that way you get credit for which ones you do. If you finish a level, you don't have to do the next level at the same time when you close your computer, but if you're mid-level, it won't save anything that you've done in that level. So one of the things, just as a heads up, is if you go to Schoology, I do have a link to the tutorial, and the tutorial deals with kinematics, and I really do think lessons, really all the lessons are good, but lessons 3 and 4 deal with the graphs a lot. Lesson 2 deals with what I call motion maps. They call ticker tape diagrams. So 2, 3, and 4 are pretty good ones to do. Anyhow, the first concept builder is graph that motion. I'm asking you to do the apprentice level and the master level. You do not need to do the wizard level because that's basically just repeating these two. So I'm going to do a sample one in the master level. Remember, if you need to get help, you click there. If you need to get directions, you click there. So you're going to have an animation, and it'll repeat it over and over and find a position or time graph or velocity graph that matches that. So you keep tapping on these graphs until you find one you like. So when I'm looking at this, I'll go back to graph 1. This is going backwards, so it's going to the left in the negative direction, and it's speeding up. So it has a negative velocity and a negative acceleration. Then it stops for a while, and then has a constant negative velocity. That does not agree with this graph because this has a constant negative velocity at the beginning. So this one is moving in the negative direction, but it's slowing down because the graph is getting less steep. So that doesn't agree with this either. This one has a negative velocity and it's going away from 0, so it's getting faster or getting more negative. Then it stops. Then it goes in the constant negative velocity the rest of the way. So I think that's it. I'm going to check the rest of the graphs. Oh, I should have checked the rest of the graphs to make sense. And again, if you screw up, you'll have to complete 2 similar activities in the one you screw up. So it is useful to go to help me if you need that. There's specific things about the question, there's about the situation, and there's more in the particular physics classroom tutorial. So that takes you back to the tutorial that I talked about. So I'm not going to do this again, but these are all 6 of the graphs. And they just keep toggling through. Okay, so we're going to go back to the main menu for that one. Sure. And again, you need to complete this and this. The next concept builder is graph that or name that motion. So this deals with verbal descriptions. Just like the last one, for this one, make sure you're logged in. I'm going to ask you to do the apprentice level and the master level. You do not need to do the wizard level because it's basically a repeat of the first 2 levels. So I'll do a sample one here. So this is going in the negative direction. It's accelerating positively, so it's slowing down, and then it stops for a while, and then it has a constant negative velocity. So this does not start with a constant leftward velocity, so it's not that. This one does have a rightward acceleration, even though it's moving the leftward direction. So this could still be it. Then the car remains at rest, and finally the car moves with a low constant speed. That's consistent with this. It seems weird because they didn't really ever use the word left. So I'm going to check the rest of them. This accelerates from rest. It does not start at rest, so that can't be it. Car does not initially move at a constant speed and then remain at rest, because it's slowing down here. So that is the first part of the statement is incorrect. It is not moving with a constant rightward velocity. It is not moving initially with a constant leftward velocity. So it's got to be this one, which seems weird. Okay. That's my phone alarm telling me to do something. Okay, so I'm going to go back now, and like I said, you need to complete the first 2 levels right here. The last concept builder that I'm asking you to do is which one doesn't belong. So again, I'll launch that. For this concept builder, you need to do all 3 levels because there's enough difficulty difference that I want you to try those. So I'll go with a wizard level. There's 12 questions, I'll probably do 2 of them. So one of these representations is not like the others. Tap on the one that doesn't belong. So the object is speeding up. Here's a data table. So these 2 agree because this is going up more and more negative velocity, so it is speeding up. This has got a negative velocity and it's going faster. So those 3 agree, so it's probably this one. This is slowing down. It starts at a very high positive velocity and is going towards 0. So that is not correct. That away. So some of these will have 3 representations, some 4 and some 5. You won't have more than 5 here. The easier levels have fewer representations. So this is an object is slowing down, it's decreasing speed. That agrees with this. This is slowing down. That agrees with this. This is getting more flat. This is slowing down. Does not agree with this because the velocity is going further from 0. It does agree with this because this is approaching 0 meters per second. So I think that's correct. Okay. So again, going to go back to the main menu. You do need to attempt all 3 to get full credit for this. Or you need to complete all 3. On Schoology, hopefully you found it if you're looking at this. So these concept builders for kinematics, I've got the assignment that I put in there. I'll give you a hard copy in class. Here's a general website for Physics Classroom. Here's the reading on kinematics, the tutorial that I showed you earlier, which is right here. And I'll also have this tutorial there. So hopefully that helps.